Back, guys. We're here with episode 2 of our Tides of Torment Teclis campaign. We have taken our starting province, and Teclis has taken the opportunity to come back to Ulthuan. And we helped Tyrion finish off the Dark Elves that have taken control of the Shrine of Assyrian. So now we're just trying to figure out what exactly we want to do next. I think next we'll come down and help Eltharion with the Greenskins over here in southern US, or we could go west after the Dreadfleet, or north for more Dark Elves and Nakari. Sure, what we want to do.
There is no limit to my power.
I guess we ended the last episode before we finished the turn, so we'll look at this stuff real fast. Now we got some items that we haven't really gone through yet. Potion of Farsight, Scroll of Amber.
My power.
Okay, go to our Lord Master, give him the weapon. Let's give him magic attacks. Big boost to his damage. We'll also give this to him, the Talisman of Loek, because if we activate that, it gives him a really big damage boost and lets him take down high defense targets. Alright, Farsight and range. There's not really anything I really want to use on this one. Do we? Actually, let's just fuse those. Hopefully we get something better. Look at the Phoenix. This one's great. So bonus hit points. We get sort of... I'm trying to remember what the spell is called. Flaming Sword of Ruin or something? And then Book of the Phoenix. So this basically gives the Lord the chance to get a big heal once they're below 10% HP, just like the Flaming Spire Phoenix. But you also have a chance of instantly dying, so we'll keep that on Teclis since he's immortal and he can't get killed off permanently by that. Once we have some characters that are immortal, then we'll not worry about that anymore.
Princess of Ulthuan.
We have our princess. We wanted to keep her around to see if the trade resource skill applies even after she's gone. So right now we are making 815 from trade. Let's see how much we do it after that. 815 still. Okay, well, I guess we're not producing a lot of trade resources right now.
Princess of Ulthuan.
But do we keep her around for a little bit?
Hoeth's chosen.
We'll take one turn to replenish a little bit. For Teclis, we have unlocked some of his unique skills now. Speed and Winds of Magic Power Reserve, Melee Defense, Physical Resist, and Glamour of Hoeth. This one's really good just for the leadership, but I think we can spend our skills on something a little bit more beneficial for us. Alright, this would give our Lore Master 10% ward save. And ward save on our mages. This doesn't apply to Archmages, I believe, so. Or we go, I think we go down here, get Flames of the Phoenix for the Bound Fire Convocation. That can be a very, very useful spell. But we've got Net of Amantok. Let's put a point to regrowth.
This is no meager prize. Master of the
And we want to recruit a little bit more with Teclis. If we're going to be fighting Greenskins, we have a fair amount of anti-large. Let's get some more ship's company. They're pretty cheap.
Ready for orders.
And they're far more offensive, so they'll do well against the Greenskins. And down in the south, this lord was recruiting some more to go face the SKAVEN so we can get our... two of our magic items for Teclis. I guess just one. We need 2 battles against the SKAVEN and 1 more battle against Siege, so we can get this one eventually as well. We'll worry about the SKAVEN first, just so we don't have Kairos coming right away after us. But it's a good spot to end our turn. We'll keep our eye up on here, kind of make our decision about where we go. Safari, we're just kind of waiting for the corruption to go away. So, good spot. No more trade.
Defender of the Phoenix throne.
Illyrian.
I speak for the Phoenix King, and I bid you welcome.
Yeah, non-aggression I'm fine not getting right away.
Defender of the
Everqueen.
Pretty close to some trade agreements.
Guardian of the Phoenix Crown.
And I guess we have Patrons of the Realms that I should worry about. Let's probably put Teclis over Safri. That will give once a magic power reserve per turn and cooldown on spells, which is exactly what we want. So we'll oh, I guess they have one more turn of immunity first. Okay. But we'll do that next turn. Tyrion going back. Kind of curious where he's going to go. But I think we just go south for the Greenskins and Otharian. That is the closest, and we can get some more income there and get some... we can sell the settlements back to Otharian if we feel like it. But it'll get us some more experience and some more cash. Patron of the Realms. So now we have enough influence to take something over. Okay, Illyrian's actually free at the moment. This would give our army campaign movement range and speed when running a horse mount, which Teclis will get eventually. I think he's on a horse right now. But we could do Southern Yvresse, which gives control the local province and melee defense when defending. What about the higher tiers? Armor for Great Eagles and more bonuses when defending. Reload time reduction for Sky Cutters, that'll be cool. Control in all provinces. What about Safri? Spell resist for Sword Masters, more cooldown on spells. Oh, this is definitely the one we want. Attribute Mastery of Elemental Winds for casters. We'll do that. So we'll usurp this one with Teclis. We have 3 turns of immunity, so.
Understood.
Ooh, Calidor got taken out. That was quick.
Defender of the Acid. Your word?
Oh, never mind. This is our territory still from Enchiodio. That's right. We will move down here in the Least Blessing to build up our Winds of Magic a little bit more.
Lilith, hear me.
We don't have enough favorite range to actually attack this anyway,
I'm
so.
listening. Goddess, hear me.
Down here in the Least Blessing as well, just for the Winds of Magic, in case you have to lead the attack. Down south, we didn't know whether our recruitment would keep going. Okay, it does keep going. Even though we're in enemy territory, well, neutral territory, because we recruited this before they traded our settlement and stole it. We actually get to keep doing that, which is pretty interesting. I'm not going to build up Dawn's Light. We'll wait for growth on Fortress of Dawn. Is there anything in the Secrets of the White Tower we want to do? Miscasts. Build the Winds of Magic. Recruit rank for Archmages from the Lore of High Magic. Lore Masters of Hoeth and Mist Mages. Okay, once we have access to more Lore Masters and some Mist Mages, I definitely want to do that. Finish campaign movement range. Magma Storm. Ooh. Complete Winds of Magic. Okay, that's the one to keep a unit from escaping. Alright, so nothing we want to do right now. We might want to save it up and get some the special trait mages though. And let's see if we've got any more positives. Nope. Alright, Safri, do we want to spend any money? We weren't going to upgrade this, because eventually we'll replace this with something else. Oh, we can get a noble now. That's right. That's what I was waiting for. So we can get one with traits. We can get elusive for speed and melee defense, practiced melee attack for a lot of the more basic units. The negative traits, minus ammunition, minus recruitment or increased recruitment costs. For the higher influence traits, melee. Okay, this one will be pretty good actually. Sovereign Guard, Rangers, Lithium Sea Guard. And it gives experience for Phoenix Guard. Cool. But I'd rather just get something right now. With Teclis' army, we're going to rely more on magic eventually, so I'm fine getting Noble, who reduces ammunition. Let's keep building up these entertainment buildings, because they actually give us influence and more control. Once we get high control as the High Elves, we start making a lot more money in that
By the
province.
gods.
Alright. Oh, Eltharion is coming down here, so we just took this one. Okay, we'll get one province before he does. We can probably sack it with Teclis, then occupy it with our additional lord, and then sell it back to him. It's probably the best bet. It'll give us some positive relations, money, and good experience for Teclis. Oh, we're getting a rebellion somewhere. So you can dance at a great mass to celebrate Val the Maker. The floor is cleared so that the Phoenix King and Everqueen may dance together. The platitudes and graciousness from the guests are unending, but afterwards many are left wondering who the Phoenix King will bestow the honor of the second dance upon. All eyes are watching, even those of the other queen. So if we did Crace, we could get a Creation Scout, which is ambush, defense chance, campaign line of sight. Okay, that's not really great. Illyrian would give us a Horsemaster, which that's not great because we don't have a lot of cavalry right now. We're just happy populace. We just have to spend influence though, and I think we want more influence. We're not making a lot of money from trade, so we'll take this one.
Yes.
I await your
Our noble actually can't make it here in a single turn to participate in the battle. So maybe we send him... Let's send him out towards the Dreadfleet territory they've taken from Calidor. I think that'll be our next target. Let's level up our Lord Master. Since we've maxed out Earthweld, let's get extra experience from training.
Master of the White.
If this is bad news, I'll
State your
Tharian
case quickly. For
pay us
countless
to join the
Asur
war
lives
for
depend upon me.
1,000. Okay, that's not bad. And
There is no limit
Teclis,
to my power.
besiege first.
I will give you victory.
In defense of Ulthuan. Onward.
Right. Do we need to fight this?
Destroy them.
Because we'll probably have to stay in our own territory for one more turn. So we'll get the replenishment there. We're not allied with anyone up here yet, so we won't replenish in Tyrion's territory.
I will hear you gladly. Speak without
Oh, yes,
fear.
we are. We have a defensive alliance. Okay, we will replenish in that territory. Cool.
For the king.
A decisive victory. Okay, the garrison's actually not that big of a deal. Hopefully we don't lose too many frontline guys. Ooh, our Illyrian Reavers got picked on quite a bit, though. This is something that's new. I think I talked about this last episode, but if you're a High Elf, sacking or raising anything on Ulthuan will actually reduce your favor with the Phoenix King, so we don't want to do that. I forgot about that. Since we're going to occupy it no matter what, we're going to loot and occupy it for the extra replenishment and money, and we're just going to sell this next
I,
turn.
Lawmaster of Hoeth.
But our
Time is of the essence.
Lord, she can start coming
Resting on my
over
journey.
here. Alright, did I want to try to sell this stuff? I don't know what we need to get Caradrian, the captain of the Phoenix Guard, so I'm going to hold on to this for now. And Jeriel does have wine as a trading resource, so... Oh, we were getting a rebellion somewhere. Was that down in the south? Yes, it was. Okay.
High Elven Archmage. The Maiden's Benediction.
We'll start moving up in channeling stance, get that power reserve built up. Unless
Full speed at you.
We'll just march. That way we can attack this next turn.
Trained by the white
We're not at war
Tower.
with them yet, so... I can't afford another lord here right away to help defend against this. I do want to hold on to this. We'll put a lord there eventually. It may just be a high elf rebellion because the corruption isn't high enough, but we'll see about that. Teclis. We already have this. I don't really need it upgraded yet, so let's just put another point into regrowth to make it cheaper.
A wise mage does not limit himself.
And yeah, I'm not gonna... Eventually we're gonna replace that. So let's just upgrade the iron mine. Alright, it is a high elf rebellion. We're not at war with Kairos yet. Once we get... our heading for Teclis from fighting the SKAVEN, I'm not sure whether we want to push all the way up and try to wipe them out.
I bring Azurian's fire.
Because I'm not sure how strong they're going to be.
Magic in purest form.
Alright, we just want to discover them first. I don't know who they're at war with. They might be at war with Krokkar.
Master.
No counsel.
No, okay, they're not at war with anyone yet. I guess there's another SKAVEN faction
What could
in
you
between
offer?
them. So we'll take this guy out. This one we will fight, because we don't have a full army, and we need to level our lord up a little bit. Well, we have our Archmage, and I think in her first battle, leading a small elf army against the SKAVEN. We've got 2 ships company and a third one in the back, along with 2 spearmen to hold the front line. She is going to be very, very useful and very important in this campaign against the SKAVEN, because we are going to rely greatly on her magic with Awakening the Wood and Earthblood. We do have Life Bloom, actually, so that's very, very nice. So every time we are casting, we are getting a map-wide heal for a little bit. But there's the first menace below coming in. I forgot to check to see how many there was going to be for this battle. But they're starting to get in range of our archers, who are just absolutely shredding these guys. These are just SKAVEN slaves. I was going to try to switch to some clan rats. But still a fair amount of units coming at us. On this side, looks like we got 4 units right there. 4, and then another 2 on that side with some slingers in the back. But now that they're getting close, we're going to throw it on Waking the Woods, try to target down these slingers best we can. Archmage, still running away, not doing it super fast, but have our clash with the ship's company and the clan rats and SKAVEN slaves. We will absolutely shred these guys. They just get routed super quick. On this side, we have clan rats with shields fighting, so they have a little bit better stats, especially on the defensive side. They have 33 melee defense on legendary, so no joke, plus strength and numbers nearby. But the ship's company have 30 melee attacks. They're going to be pretty good actually getting through these guys, especially with the support from magic keeping them healthy. The archers are absolutely decimating units that are in the back, but menace below comes up right behind us into our archers, unfortunately. So our Archmage is trying to focus their attention on her, so we don't lose too many archers. They are in guard mode, so they're going to keep firing. But on this side, our spearmen are actually not holding up quite as well as the ship's company are. I think their lack of offense really does affect how much damage they take, because they're not dealing enough damage to actually kill a lot of the clan rats. But, ooh, there's another menace below. Again, right in our archers. But our front line is holding out pretty well still. On this side against the clan rats, the ship's company. 55 kills. Yeah, they're definitely doing a lot more damage than our spearmen, who only have 36. But most of the Skaven are rounding off piecemeal, so if we can just break them all at once, we'll get a victory on that side. But clan rats looks like a few of them snuck around getting on my archers. Still holding up alright. Archers still have 27 melee defense from their high elves, so pretty good actually, not taking too much damage as long as they don't get charged. But most of the Skaven infantry has routed for now. Looks like Menace Below is going to come up right as we get army losses, so it's just immediately going to rout. We'll use the remaining time, get some Earthbloods off to heal our Archmage. Alright, that went pretty well. I forgot to check for Menace Below, because I do that every single time I fight the Skaven. Like, independent of what campaign we're playing, I always forget. Alright, we didn't take too much damage. So I'm not going to loot and occupy it, let's just occupy it. That should give us enough,
High Elven Archmage.
enough replenishment to basically get back to full. Alright, because we're fighting the Skaven, the Spearmen did alright, but the ship's company, I think, did a lot better. Just because they can actually kill the Skaven, where these guys just really hold the line, but they don't do enough damage to actually slow down the Skaven's momentum, so we'll get some more ship's company. Plus, they're cheaper than Spearmen, so...
I cannot rewrite reality.
There is no limit to my power.
We can sell this to... what's his face?
Off I go. All right.
Noble son of Ulthuan.
Duty calls.
Atharian, gosh, there. Hopefully he gives us like a trade agreement
promise
with
no
it.
more than that.
Alright, it's Cairn Fell, right? Yep. He'll give us a full military alliance. Sweet. And 7,000? Yeah, I'll do that. For one settlement? Holy crap. But that gets us closer in patronage. Because it'll help us get... I can't remember what patronage does as far as improving relations in the Patron of the Realms. Alright, I think we want to confederate Tyrion first. So, to be able to confederate Tyrion, we need to develop our patronage in Aetane and Illyrian first. Alright, well let's... we should have enough... influence to take this spot. The income from industry, this one is campaign movement range. Let's put the Archmage in Aetane. And I don't know, okay, this one only costs 42, so let's, oh no, they have 2 more turns of immunity there, okay. Tyrnot gives us upkeep for the Lord's Army and charge bonus, which I don't really care about right now. Southern Urvaz control for the local province. Okay, we'll just wait. We'll save our influence to get to a higher tier of patronage. Alright, I'm going to build up the Shrine of Assyrian, though, so we can get the landmark, because I think it's just a tier 2 building, I believe. It's tier 1, okay. Control, which would be great so we don't get any rebellions, reduce construction costs. Reduce construction costs faction-wide for worship buildings. Recruit rank, okay, that'll be very good. Alright, I don't feel like I really need to upgrade this. I'm not worried about getting these units right away. I think I'd rather just put some income building here. So we'll do that.
If you wish.
Defender of the Aesir.
You're just going to stay where you are. I don't want to go into this territory if there's enough vampire corruption to cause
Hoef's chosen.
an issue
I am a fount
as far
of
as
knowledge.
attrition.
There
Okay,
is no
Teclis' army
limit
is
to my
full.
power.
I should. Oh no, we're in.
What orders?
We're not in friendly territory where we can recruit right now.
We
So
stand ready for action.
Very well.
unless let's look at
I will hear you gladly. Speak without.
war coordination. Is there anything we can do? Bend target. No, I'd like to get enough to request an army, but we have to get a military alliance first. What if I?
Well met, friend of Alpha.
I guess we're getting pretty close. We're only a 7 away. I may not actually need to sell this. I know what we should do. We should trade this away. Because, make sure I'm not spending any money there. But Port Elliston, we want to give away Injurium. That's what we want to
Speak
give
freely.
away.
I am sure we will reach an accord. The Everqueen.
That way we have a military alliance. Our war coordination can be building up more. We can use that army. Eventually. Secrets of the White Tower. Oh, we have some of these unlocked. Okay, we could get we could get some Cataclysm spells. Or, oh, that's all of them. And what mage do we want first? Healing mage?
If you say so.
No, because Teclis has regrowth. Our Lore Master has access to Earthblood. Maybe like Metal Magic? Or some Armor Piercing? Or Fire? Fire would be good to fight the undead with the Vampire Coast. Went to the wrong one. Where's that one? Light Mage, Heavens, Knife Beasts, Fire. What is the trait they get? Immediately causes wall breaches when besieging. Okay. And increases a weakness to fire. Okay, that'll be very good for Teclis' army. Yeah, we'll save up and get that one. And in the south, we probably should put a lord here. We can afford it even though we're negative income right now. Magic would probably be best. Let's put a sea helm in there just for fun.
This is absurd.
Traits, Misty, Ambush Chance, Spell Resist, so minus melee attack. He's more of a defensive character, so I don't want to get too low on... Oh yeah, we'll do Aquaphobic. Because he's not going to be moving around a whole lot at the moment, so we'll do that one. And what does our garrison have? It has Left Sea Guard. Okay, it has a fair amount of stuff. Let's just get some ship's company. They're cheap and they're effective in melee, so.
An archmage. High
Alright, it's a good spot for this turn. Alright, we need 300 arcane scrolls. I am a little bit worried about fighting the Dreadfleet, though. Dreadfleet can actually be pretty serious, especially if they have more artillery. I know they'll have the starting Necrofex Colossus that he has for Count Noctilus, but I don't remember if they have any carronades or anything like that, or mortars. I'm not going to do an alliance with Illyrian. Wait, I forgot. So the minor factions that aren't led by legendary lords, you can still confederate them normally. So maybe I should think about that. Alright, down in the south, the Temple of Avenue Gold can actually be really annoying since it's a major province. So we're going to go out in Lily's Blessing. Try to build up our Winds of Magic a little bit since the Winds of Magic we're going down here. Even with a limited amount of units, I think we can still win. just through sheer magic, so that's why we're going to do more on that side.
The Order of Belshazzar, hero of the Aesir.
Teclis.
Lord Master of Hoeth.
I'm listening.
Where did Count Noctilus go? He must have gone north.
Ready.
Right.
Elith,
Crap.
hear me.
We're just barely shy of having enough movement range in Elias Blessing stance to attack, because this would give us extra experience for our spellcasters.
My powers are yours.
But, Tyrnok, how much will you pay us to
What would you have of the Phoenix King,
go
stranger?
against the Dread Fleet? Hopefully a lot. Pay is 555, but I think a trade agreement's just more worth it. Yeah. Alright, and technology, we're going for archery prowess. We didn't have money before. So actually, we should do this one first. The upkeep for Lords and Heroes will be nice. And reduce construction costs and time on resource building. So we'll do that
Discovery
first.
of the White Tower. I command the winds
All
of
right.
magic.
This one, we will have to fight because it's going to be a siege battle. They have a lot of stuff. Especially with the bloated corpses. We don't want to let them get value. Oh, Teclis is not mounted yet. He gets his horse at rank 11. Okay.
Standing by.
Instead of... You don't benefit from this right now, so I'm going to just put you in encampment stance for the extra leadership and melee
Feel my
defense.
power.
Alright, I want to save money. I don't want to spend money on resource buildings right away on that, so I'll wait a turn to build this over here. Let's stop taxing the Shrine of Assyrian. And we'll take the battle to them. Actually, just check items real fast.
Tremble before me.
Meridian's Wayshard. Okay, this gives Vanguard deployment for archers and spears. We definitely want that. The Crown of Command. That can be good, but I think we actually go for a good rare enchanted item. We got the exact same one, of course. I could just fuse these and just go for a better blue. I think I'm not a huge fan of these, so we'll do it. Oh wait, what? I forgot. Oh, I forgot how fusing they changed it in the last couple of updates. Okay, this just gives high salvage value. All right, well, that was a mistake, but now we know. But yeah, let's do this battle. We have come to retake Val's Anvil from the Dreadfleet. The Vampire Coast has taken one of the landmarks, one of the biggest cities, actually. Well, I guess Val's Anvil is actually not a big city anymore. I think Torquelada, I think, was the original capital of Calador, but it got destroyed in the Sundering. But Val's Anvil has always been special for the landmark, but we're not actually at the landmark itself near the volcano, but we're at the province capital. Teclis is leading his army to try and take back the settlement. We're coming over here where they've kind of grouped up. We're going to try to use our magic to best effect. This is our first battle with our noble who is coming in. So anti-large, unfortunately no large on the Vampire Coast, but he does have pretty good stats, especially on the defensive side, so he will hold his own in most combat scenarios. On the Vampire Coast side, they have a pretty sizable garrison plus several units that are accompanying the lord that is defending. He is a vampire admiral. He's not the female version, so he is pure melee. So stats are a little bit better because of that, so we're going to have a hard time taking him down. But for us on this side, we're kind of moving up our infantry and our archers that you'll call bolt thrower, trying to get position. I was thinking of the bloated corpse, which we'll see over here. There's two of them that we have to deal with. These guys can be pretty nasty if they get on our infantry, so we'll try to use them against the vampires. On the far side, have our Illyrian Reavers and our Tyrannoc Chariots trying to get through these gates, hopefully get into a position where they can do some flank maneuvers, get some charges before they build up too many barriers, but it looks like they've already got one over there on that side. Not quite on this side yet, but it'll take us a while to get through the gate. Footbats coming in, along with some gunnery whites, getting on top of the causeway of the gate, trying to get some shots off into our Lord Master. Unfortunately, it does take a little bit of damage. He's pretty heavily armored, but that armor piercing does hurt him quite a bit. Now they're getting some shots off into our spearmen. With our shields, our silver shields, we're going to block most of those shots, but the ones that do get through still hurt. While our guys are getting up on the battlements, we're trying to take out these gunnery mobs with our archers. The Fellbats coming in, looks like in a little bit, to try to help out. Our Phoenix came over here as well, but it looks like we sent him around a little bit the long way. Try to go over there, help a little bit more. And our secondary lord from our princess is coming in. She is mounted on a horse with her bow and arrow. These gunnery whites gunnery mobs actually really do not want to go down. So we're going to chase them down. I'm trying to get our heroes onto this point to try and open the gates. Some of our units have moved forward to try to deal some damage to it. I guess not quite. We'll send some up just a little bit. But our Phoenix coming in, tuned to magic, so they are getting that magic attack boost and the ward save. Try to get them off our nobles so we can get down, come and help our Lord Master, who's trying to get on the capture point for the gate. Teclis now moving up with some of our spearmen, ship's company, and our... where are they? Our swordmasters, eventually. Right there. These guys will absolutely wreck anything they get in combat with, but... Oop, there's the first bloated corpse, actually. I just barely missed it. Came over to attack our heroes. It just blew up like almost 3 units of deckhand mobs, so that's really good for us. Again, moving back, trying to get these gates. We'll try to use the Phoenix to occupy some of these gunnery mobs so they can't get too many shots off, hopefully. You'll call bullet throwers, get some of those multi-shot over here into these mobs. The Fellbats actually proven to be quite annoying for our nobles, so we're trying to target them down real fast with our archers. Help them out a little bit. But gate almost under our control. On the far side, we have got through the first gate. Our Tyrannoc Chariots coming for a nice charge against these zombie deckhand mobs, along with the Illyrian Reavers in the back. Illyrian Reavers are very good in the charge. They have a very high charge bonus for 2 unit, and they have very good stats, but they have low armor, so if we keep them around too long, they're going to start taking damage, even from zombies. So we're trying to pull them out. Let the Tyrannoc Chariots kind of clump them up, take a little bit more of the breadth of damage. But on this front, the Fleet Admiral coming in now, try to fight our Lord Master. Nobles coming in, double teaming him. Did actually get quite a few hits off on the Lord Master, though. We do throw down the Cascading Fire Cloak for a little bit, get the extra armor piercing and melee defense. We have some Earthblood heals coming down with a Chain Lightning from Teclis right there. Just absolutely shred those units that came to support. But he's going to throw down some heals, it looks like. Oh, Master getting an Earthblood off. On the far side, Phoenix doing its job, just keeping these gun units occupied. Handgunners in particular, since they have a longer range and higher missile damage. But Ship's Company have been climbing the walls, trying to get to a point where they can get on and get down and help fight. Luckily for us, them trying to shoot our guys in the walls are actually pretty inaccurate. But that Fleet Admiral still managing to do quite a bit of damage with our characters. We did throw our Rework down from Teclis onto him just to try to keep him healthy. So he was getting pretty low. He was very close, leadership-wise, to actually routing for a little bit. So we're just trying to clear out this chaff. Let them be able to target that Lord down and not have to worry too much, which these guys go down very, very quickly with that magic coming in to erase their leadership. Fellbats, trying to target them down once again with the archers. We do not have them on fire at will. We are trying to save our ammunition, pick off targets best we can. On this side, We came in for another charge, but it looks like our Illyrian Reavers stayed their welcome. Overstayed it just a little bit too long, so they actually lost around 15 guys from the last time. A lot of HP damage, but we're going to try to get them out of there. Tyrannok Chariots still able to hold out pretty well, but as they get tired, their stats are going to drop a little bit, so they're not going to be able to do quite as much damage. We're just trying to keep these units occupied. See if we can capture some of these gate points, get us some more momentum for the melee attack. Leadership and Vigor in particular would be very, very good. On the far side, gate was almost under our control, but not quite. So we're going to go over some ship's company to try to capture that real fast so we can get the rest of our infantry in. These handgunners, though, still proven to be a nuisance. With the Lord dead, we have come with the Phoenix come over and help a little bit, group them up so we can heal our characters and the Phoenix with an Earth Flood. But ship's company now trying to get off the walls and do some damage over here, fight some of these zombies. Ship's company will absolutely wreck basic zombies. So we have a good setup to fight the enemy garrison, but they still have a lot of damage dealing units. All these gunpowder units still manage to get quite a bit of damage on the Frostart Phoenix. Even with the 80 base armor it has, it's taking a lot, but it's down 20 armor because it's just lost so much of its vigor. But infantry's starting to file in now, coming for support, raising their shields, block any potential shots coming in. The Swordmasters ready to get down and dirty with these zombies. Looks like they'll go down very, very quickly, the combination, but they have managed to bring over a lot of reinforcements now, and they've got these barriers that keep us from attacking them, so those are going to be really, really annoying. On the far side, we dealt with one of the deckhand mobs. This other one just barely survived and managed to take back this gate, so it is lowering our momentum a little bit. We're going to come and try to finish them off. Illyrian Reavers, see if we can get a good charge off right here. And some shots from the Tyrannok Chariots, softening them up. With that charge, it should start to disintegrate them, hopefully. Yeah, zombies fall pretty quickly, but another full health unit up here, plus some more on the barricades, it looks like. In the far corner, finally starting to get kind of a beachhead. A landing point for our armies to spread out and start to capture some vital areas. Have these towers are being quite annoying though, so Frostart Phoenix is going to come around the back, try to avoid any shots and get on top of these gunnery mobs. Do have black powder aplenty. I always forget about this for the Vampire Coast. As long as they're below or above 80% ammunition, they get a big boost to their damage. So I'm going to try to get them before they can get shots off with that extra damage boost. But Teclis getting some regrowths on our Frostart Phoenix. Eventually we start to see some Flock of Doom on these lightly armored zombies. But we kind of decide to keep our guys and cut our losses over on this side, not get them too much danger anymore. Illyrian Reavers have lost a third of their models. Tyrannok Chariots still have all four, but they're down to half health, so they'll start to lose some pretty quickly if you get them into melee, or to where they're getting shot. So right now we're just trying to pull some units in. Even though we do have the gates, all the units want to climb the ladder for some reason. I can't wait for the Siege AI patch eventually. Fix that like we did during the beta with no butt ladders. Now Teclis starting to get some damage. Flock of Doom. We'll do a little bit of damage. It's better if you can clump them a little bit, but we're just trying to get through this barricade. Have our princess over here on our horse helping out. Getting some value with her. Teclis as well in melee. Even with his crappy melee stats, he'll still be okay. As long as he's not taking damage, I'm okay with having him in melee, but on this side, Frostart Phoenix doing awesome. Keep these guys occupied so they don't get any shots as we move more units up. Our Eagle Club Bolt thrower in position now. We are trying to take out this tower a little bit by a little bit. Have it on the single shot, more armor piercing rounds. Archers trying to get in position where we can shoot over these walls a little bit. But on the far side, looks like, yeah, we've just decided to try to capture these points and not risk lives of our men anymore on that side. But we'll let Teclis and our heroes slowly grind these guys down. Curious how many kills we've actually got on these spearmen. They've been pretty good. 36 kills, 23 on our sword masters, 40 on our noble, but he spent a good amount of time attacking the enemy lord. I think more of our lore master got value on that. It's 92 kills plus 1,000 gold value. This guy's finally about to give up. That siege defender bonus is being really, really nasty though. Siege defender gives them an extra 10 leadership, which for undead is quite a lot. So yeah, that bonus can be very, very nasty. The melee defense isn't as big of a deal, but yeah, 10 leadership for undead is like 100 basically. They'll fight almost to the death until we inflict army losses. But tower's gone down to the Eagle Claw bolt thrower, so we'll try to get some more shots with our multi-shot in the back. Frostart Phoenix can come and help out. Some of our units are trying to get the barricade down, but looks like with the units that were coming in to fight in melee kept us from actually getting through it. But archers, hopefully we can start to see some fire now. They are trying to bring in more units to support. The Frostart Phoenix is going to occupy some of them, debuff it with the Blizzard Aura. And we have kept our Winds of Magic relatively high, but it looks like at the moment we've used up most of it, so it does not have that ward save at the moment. That's okay. I'm not too worried about it taking too much damage from these deckhand mobs. Flockadoom going to come in for some more value. A little less than half HP on that barricade yet. But for the Vampire Coast, this still got a few units in reserve. We got 2 deckhand gunnery mobs, and two full health melee ones. Third one over here coming down. So once we can eliminate some more of these units, or at least weaken them, hopefully it drops the leadership enough. But yes, our archers are finally getting some arrows off into these units up here. We're trying to weaken them just to get through them as quickly as possible. This is chaff, so we will get through them without too many losses, but just a matter of time. Some of the siege battles against undead can take forever because of that siege defender bonus, so I'm just trying to do it as quickly as possible. Let you guys see some cool close-ups. Lore Master, really, really cool. I love these guys. Glad they've gotten a little bit of love. But with the focus from this stuff, looks like we're just about to get army losses. There we go. Last few units about to give up the ghost, literally. And that will be victory for us. We have reclaimed Val's Anvil. Pretty well. Let the Lyrian Reavers get caught for a little bit again, so they lost a few guys, but the Bloated Corpses did well for us. They blew up a bunch of the friendly undead. Alright, Teclis almost level 10. I don't need to loot it, and we wouldn't really get any large benefit out of it, so we're just going to occupy.
Time is of the essence.
Of course, Meridian's Wayshard, we got another one. Oh no, that was a previous one. Previous
Master
notification
of the White
before.
Tower. I command the winds of magic.
Got the Shield of Toulouse.
My infinite knowledge is
Teclis.
yours.
We need to spend one more point to unlock this. Soulblight is okay. Net of Amantalk I do like. We put a point into Cascading Fire Cloak, it's going to go down to... I know. I would say we have to spend it here. We can't spend it on Block of Doom. We'll do Net of Amantalk so we can overcast
This
it.
is no meager prize.
Noble, replenish. Oh, you have another point. Weapon strength, our lore master. It would be nice to get these 2 passives so that when he's casting Earthblood, we get those benefits. I can wait on the stuff up here, I think. So let's do like Spirit Leech. Spirit Leech can be very, very good at evasion. I think we want to go full growth here because this only has 2 provinces or 2 settlements in the province. So we're going to want to be able to pump out growth as much as we can. You've got all your points into tradable resources.
Awaiting orders.
I think we have any trade. Yeah, we don't. I guess we're producing elven trinkets. Well,
In defense of Ulthuan.
how much is she costing us? She's costing us actually a fair amount per turn. So we will. Oh, I shouldn't do that. I should reset her skill points though. So if we need her back faster, she will be back quick as a lickety split, as my dad would say. Alright, we're gonna wait till this is done to build that up. Dawn's Landing.
Sea Helm.
Far beneath an archmage.
Sail the skies.
And we could do non-aggression pact with the Lizardman. I think that's probably a good idea. Lyrian.
Behold the majesty of the Phoenix Court. Now, to
Get a
business.
defensive alliance? No, I don't care about that.
Could
Or defensive alliance. Okay. It's pretty good for that turn. We need 5 more scrolls to be able to unlock our Fire Mage. Don't know where Count Noctilus went though. I think he just went further north, but we'll see if he comes back down. Doesn't look like it from the mini-map in the top right, but... Okay, that's the rebellion that's besieging us. Curadorian, so we need to have... Okay, we need to construct the Shrine of Assyrian. And we'll have to do something more after that. But 2 more turns till we can start building it. Let's do this for our control and influence, since it's cheaper now. Ooh, that went down a lot actually. Because what was it? 20%? 15%? Okay. So it went down 300. Just do it for now. Just take a while for it to pay for itself. I think I'll wait. We'll spend our money somewhere else. But we might just be able to auto-resolve this one. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Lose one unit in the garrison to one of our ship's company, but this will take more money and more influence per turn. We want to get up to, I think, at least 100 to get us to the next patronage tier. Yeah. Because Teclis would be nice, but we don't need this for Confederation. I want to get Tyrian, so we need these 2. We'll focus on A18 first.
Acting upon it.
What should we do for you? Naval Discipline is just a really good ability. Gives melee defense, leadership, and charge defense. So you're probably going to be more just a
Raiments of inspiration.
Lord we summon.
Master of
Oh, how did we? Oh, we got a Eagle Claw Bolt Thrower. So if you guys don't know, there's a really rare chance if you're fighting against an enemy of the same race for you to steal their artillery. In order for it to happen, you have to have an empty slot in your army, and you have to kill all of the crew without destroying the artillery pieces, which happens rarely in auto-resolve, and it's even rarer in manual. Manually, you have a little bit better chance, I think, of killing the crew without destroying everything else. But that's pretty good, actually. Pretty good pickup.
High Elven Archmage.
You're going to move on to Temple Avenue of Gold. I expect there to be an army in here, plus the garrison. Yeesh. It's mostly Skaven slaves, a few clan rats. Only one of them has a shield, though. We have access to Awakening the Wood, and we have 55 Winds of Magic, so that's pretty good. Oh, I don't have a siege attacker. So we'll start building some siege equipment. On to Teclis.
Master of the White Tower.
Let's take Taurus
Defender
of
of
Thigh.
Teclis, High Lawmaster. I will
Solve
give
that
you
one.
victory.
That is
Still no
not
sign
warranted.
of Count Noctilus. It's just at war with Illyrian and Tyrnok, I believe.
Can't be done.
No, just Tyrnok, okay. So he might be up here at the Griffin Gate, then that one makes sense.
Orders.
Teclis, Flames of the Phoenix finally, a really good bound spell. And Fireball gets upgraded as well.
A wise mage does not limit himself.
For our noble, let's get Speed of Assyrian. More melee defense is always good. And something I wish for the nobles they would have added the Griffin mount. They had it on tabletop, and I wish they got it in game. I know it's like it's a pretty strong mount, so they don't necessarily want to give it to a noble, but it's like you can get
Very
a
well.
fire mage with a dragon. Oh yes, we've got the scrolls of knowledge. Let's get our fire mage.
May Akshi guide us.
By the White Tower.
Yeah, but they aren't immortal. That's important to know. All right, we definitely want scouting for the extra magic item drop chance. We're not at max Winds of Magic yet for Teclis, so we'll not worry about that. Let's get Fireball, Burning Head, and Kindle Flame. Burning Head is really good against the undead because it
Wisdom awaits.
applies a leadership
My
penalty.
powers are yours.
All right, I don't really need to recruit more stuff here, so we can get rid of that. And on our technology, Echelon Manipulation would give us 5 influence per turn, reduce our cost for entry at court actions, which we don't really use that a whole lot. I think saving our influence for the Patron of the Realms is much better. But down here, what can we get? We can get allegiance points, allied recruitment, okay, Lord recruit rank, and here recruit rank for handmaidens and nobles, construction costs for capital, province capitals, that's really good, and reduce construction time. This is reduce construction costs and time for high elf entertainment, aristocracy, and embassy buildings. And at the final one, I think this one's going to be better first.
A discovery for the White Tower.
I will obey.
I command the winds of magic.
Get our province bonus going. We don't have any corruption. So let's do growth and reduce construction costs.
A darkness is spreading.
The Order of Belshazzar.
Yeah, you're just going to stay down here for a little bit. We can afford to upgrade this next turn, so we do need to make some money. We'll do that next turn when we can attack that.
Sail the skies.
Good. And for this turn,
What problem can the High Lawmaster solve for you?
Join war against the Dark Elves. Wouldn't bring us any closer. What if I just do... If I don't take any money, and we want the trade agreement, how much would we have to pay you? 2,300? No. We'll just take the money then. Because we're going up that way eventually. And we should have enough influence over the next turn to upgrade our patronage at Aatane. Which I think that one gives us more income from industry, I believe. I'm curious about the SKAVEN though. I wonder if they... Oh, exactly what I thought. Instead, I wonder if they'll try to attack us. This is much harder as a field battle, actually. Because in the siege battle, I can force them around the gate and then just kill them with magic. Yeah, we'll do it. I am going to save it, though. Little High Elf Army was besieging the Temple Avenue of Gold, province capital settlement, and we didn't have a siege attacker, so we were trying to build some siege equipment to be able to attack that. Unfortunately for us, the army inside and the garrison decided to come out and sally out and attack us. So we have our hands full with a lot of SKAVEN. Not actually too many SKAVEN slaves. A lot of these are actually clan rats from the garrison, and so we got some night runners in there. The enemy lord is a warlord, so no magic, but he is accompanied by a SKAVEN assassin over here who can be pretty nasty. Luckily for us, he only has 20 armor, so we may actually be able to deal quite a bit of damage with our infantry to them, but we have no chance in a conventional battle up here, so we kind of pull back into this corner where we have a little bit more advantage, can force them into a tighter area, because the only way we're going to win this is with Awakening the Wood, is magic. There's no way we could win this without it. But several minutes below, probably going to be coming in. First one does get a few kills on some archers, but it's immediately taken care of with the ship's company. I was trying to keep some in back to protect against Menace Belows, but it looks like they got us before we could get into position. Two spearmen going to be up in the front holding the line. They do have higher melee defense by quite a bit, 50 compared to the ship's company 36 with martial prowess. So hopefully they can negate quite a bit of damage, and then our ship's company will filter through and get some more kills on their end. But yep, another Menace Below coming in while the SKAVEN army is moving in. So ship's company trying to get over to help. We had two trying to close in on him. Archmage still out front for now. She's trying to make her way over. SKAVEN Assassin clear up ahead of the rest of the units because he's so much faster. 54 speed. But Night Runners coming to reinforce along with some Slingers. That is a lot of SKAVEN, and we do not have a full army. We have about half an army. I didn't want to spend too much money on this Lord's army if we didn't need to, because we were kind of running low on funds on the campaign map. But trying to set up our front line a little bit, our battle line, get it all ready. But there's the third Menace Below, maybe actually the fourth even. But ship's company gonna be going in. Archmage over here, our little life caster. Not using any of her magic yet, letting those power reserves build up. But these SKAVEN actually route pretty quickly, so they're not able to get too much damage off. Getting ready. I really wish the High Elves would get a Phalanx formation. That would be really, really cool. I know some mods have added it, but yeah, getting ready for the charge. And I love High Elf units. I love the glittering coast. Their armor design is so cool. High Elves are definitely like my favorite. Their aesthetic is awesome in my opinion. But ship's company getting ready. These guys are the ones that man all of the naval vessels in the High Elf Navy. They are prepared to fight in hand-to-hand combat, so we are glad to have them around. They're a very, very nice alternative to spearmen. I think a mix of the two is very, very good. But we're starting to get the range of our archers now, so we're going to try to target down these Night Runners, get rid of the more high-value targets on the SKAVEN side of things. Night Runners don't have a lot of armor, but they actually are not expendable, so they will contribute to the balance of power, and they have pretty good missiles themselves, so we're not careful they can do a lot of damage, but Spears and Ship's Company getting on the Assassin, who he takes a nice sit kill animation right there. But he is actually taking damage. Ship's Company able to get through his defenses every once in a while. He has 44 because he does have Tactician as well, which is buffing that melee defense, but as he tires out, that those stats will go down a little bit. But the SKAVEN are coming in. We've kind of got a layered defense. Got some units in the back. Worst case scenario, these menace below keep coming in, or some of the units sneak around the side. There's another menace below right there. The Night Runners and Slingers trying to get some damage onto our own guys. Luckily, they're not able to hit the backline too much, so they're hitting most of our shields. We have superior firepower, but we are letting these SKAVEN just pile up. We do get one Earthblood down for now, just to try to keep these guys healthy, so we don't lose more models. But the SKAVEN are going to pack in super close, and then we'll start annihilating them with some magic. Assassin's still getting some kills. He's got 31, but we're holding up pretty well so far. With the Archmage nearby, we are providing a lot of extra leadership. So our unit should fight to the death, hopefully. But there goes our first Awakening the Wood. Doesn't get too many kills, but it does a nice bit of damage to all these units that are pumped up. All these are clan rats, actually, so that's good for us. A few SKAVEN slaves here in the back, but they're not worth it, so we're not going to spend our magic there. But yes. Beautiful Awakening the Wood coming up. It's like most of the SKAVEN forces are almost here. There's some still filtering in through the trees on this side. Some of them are slingers. We're going to try to target them down. I'm not too worried about the melee infantry, but we throw down another Earthblood just to try to keep our archers healthy so we don't lose too many from the menace below. Now the Archmage is going to try to get some early damage in on this Assassin. He's gotten pretty tired, so his stats are quite a bit lower. But she's not the best offensive lord. 36 melee defense for martial prowess, but only a 30, I guess, with martial prowess active. But it's gone down quite a bit because of vigor loss. The Warlord's starting to get to melee now. Battle lines are still holding pretty well. Some SKAVEN have managed to slip around the side of the Ship's Company. Luckily, they're not on the archers yet, so we'll keep them firing as soon as they're able to. I don't think I have them on fire at will at the moment, so maybe that's why they're not doing it. But over here, yep. SKAVEN slaves sneaking around, fighting these archers. Luckily, these are just SKAVEN slaves with spears, so they don't have great melee attack, but they will do some damage over time. Archmage, though, only 81 kills so far. Let's see how much value, though. Almost 2,000 value. A lot of these units have taken a lot of damage, so we will start to get some kills pretty soon, but trying to spread out the magic so we don't focus all on one side. We want to weaken all these guys gradually. The enemy warlord over here, let's check him out. See if he's been able to get quite a few kills. He hasn't been able to push through. He's only got 10 kills so far, actually pretty good for us. Ship's Company, 69, 74 kills. 36 on the one that was fighting the Assassin. They've taken quite a bit more damage, but they're still holding up fine. I think Martial Press is still active on them. Yep, until they get below 25% HP. So Martial Press is really going to come in clutch. Archmage, though, are Awakening the Wood on that side. I think we're finally starting to get some kills on her. Yes, so very quickly went up to 619 from the last two casts. These groups of SKAVEN just absolutely getting wrecked. They still have a ton of models left, but they've lost a lot of HP, so they'll start taking casualties very, very quickly. Archer still trying to deal with the SKAVEN slingers in the back, trying to get them out of commission. Most of this side has actually folded now for this SKAVEN, so we are in a much better position. Getting a mass route for a lot of these units, hopefully. The right side still doesn't take quite as much damage as the left side is, so they're going to hold up a little bit longer. But with the support of the Assassin and the Warlord, unfortunately they're going to stay around for a while, but we do not want to take too much damage fighting these characters. So we're going to keep the Archmage out of combat and just focus on magic. We'll route the army and then try to deal with the characters. Now she'll come in for a charge, try to get on that Assassin a little bit. Spearmen and Ship's Company. Looks like that some of them are trying to fight the Assassin, so they're getting stabbed in the back by these SKAVEN slaves. But overall, going pretty well for us. It's like big groups have started to peel away, some are coming back a little bit at a time now. But mass routes have happened. Once a unit breaks 3 times, it is shattered and will not come back at all. But we'll see if this magic right there is enough to break the leadership. It is. So we'll try to do our best to finish off some of these units, get some more heals if we haven't used all of our ones of magic with the Archmage. Maybe trying to kill these characters. I think the Warlord's going to get off before he can do anything. He didn't take very much damage. But the Assassin will live. Unfortunately, I think we get him down to about 200 HP. It actually went surprisingly well. I think we actually took a lot more casualties from the Menace below, which I forgot to check again. But this Assassin from the garrison just barely lived. He had like 200 HP left. We would get 2 influence per turn for 5 turns, so 10 influence. I think for this we want the healing. Hopefully that lets me auto-resolve the battle for this settlement now. Yes, so we got the Moonstaff of Lilith, which is awesome because that's gonna like greatly reduce the cost for regrowth. Gives us more ones of magic and miscast chance. Construct one of each of the following buildings, the Shrine of Assyrian. Oh, there. For some reason I was thinking it was the actual Shrine of Assyrian. Okay, so to get Karagian, we need 5 of these units. Phoenixes, Phoenix Guard. Okay, so we can get 2 of them from Regiments of Renown, the Phoenix Guard and the Arcane Phoenix. So we'll try to work as fast as we can to get in that. But let's take a look and see if we can get the auto-resolve here. For our points, let's put another point into Earthblood. That'll make it even cheaper. So now it'll cost 4, I believe. Yep, makes it really, really good. And physical resist. Physical resist won't be super good if we're fighting Tzeentch, so I'm not going to bother with that. Let's put a point into Shield of Thorns for the damage reflection. It doesn't give us the auto-resolve without huge casualties. We wiped out a lot of the settlement garrison, actually. But maybe we'll pick that up in the next episode. So we don't have 2 really long siege battles against the SKAVEN in a single episode.
If you wish.
Money. I don't really need the recruit rank right now, so we'll pass on that one. That way I don't want to spend all that money over there. Let's finish off archery prowess.
Summon the Lawmasters.
Let's upgrade entertainment buildings, though, and we're going to save our growth. Growth is actually up. Corruption is... Wait, where are we getting corruption from adjacent regions? Oh, it's probably from here. So if I switch off the commandment, it's still going to be going down, but only by 1. I'm okay with that. Let's get the extra growth. And for patronage, we can do we get this to tier 2, it would give us 3% more income from industry, some bonuses for leadership, aura, and size. And at tier 3, it gives us bonuses for Phoenix stuff. Okay. Man, I don't know. Yeah, we'll do work on this so we can get Tyrion.
The winds are rising.
But Teclis, let's keep pushing forward. I do eventually need to watch out for armies coming from the south at the Galleon's Graveyard. Let's make sure we get that Fire Mage in the army. So there's something I feel like we don't need. We probably don't need 5 Spearmen. Let's get rid of one of them. That's lower experience.
The winds hearken to me.
And this will increase the amount of Scrolls of Knowledge we gain too, by having more mages in the army.
Battle calls me. I take possession.
This one we can sell to Illyrian.
High Lawmaster.
Eventually get one more point to replenish troops. And Dawn's Landing, we can get that up to tier 3. So eventually we can get some Mist Mages, and this will start making us some more money too, but we do need to get some more income pretty soon. But we will end episode 2 right there, guys. We'll pick it up in episode 3 and take out the SKAVEN and move on towards the Dreadfleet and confederating Tyrion. So I hope you guys had an enjoyable time watching this campaign. It's really, really fun being able to show this off and get to experience the new thing for Teclis. So I'm Warhammer. I'll see you guys in the next time.